From humble beginnings to corporate titan, the meteoric rise of Mike Lomas. Mike Lomas, the name once echoed through the halls of Group 5. He was a legend, a visionary, or so they thought. Lomas's story wasn't one of privilege. He came from humble beginnings. He worked his way up. He was hungry for success. And he got it. Lomas started at Group 5 in a small, insignificant role. But he was determined. He worked long hours. He impressed his superiors. He climbed the corporate ladder. Quickly. His rise was nothing short of meteoric. People were drawn to his charisma. He had this uncanny ability to inspire. He was a natural leader, or so it seemed. Lomas's ambition was palpable. He wasn't content with mediocrity. He aimed for the top, and he wouldn't let anything stop him. His drive was relentless, some might even say ruthless, but it was effective. He became the CEO of Group 5 at a young age. It was a remarkable feat. He had reached the pinnacle of his career, or so he thought. A new era at Group 5. Lomas takes the helm. The mood was electric. There was a buzz in the air. Group 5 had a new leader, Mike Lomas. He was young, energetic, and full of ideas. He promised growth. He promised innovation. He promised to take Group 5 to new heights. The employees were excited, hopeful. Maybe this was the change they needed. Lomas wasted no time. He shook things up. He brought in his own people. He implemented new strategies. He pushed for aggressive expansion. He wanted Group 5 to be a global player, and he wasn't afraid to take risks to get there. He was bold, some might say reckless, but initially it seemed to be working. Under Lomas's leadership, Group 5's profits soared. The company secured major contracts. It expanded into new markets. Lomas was hailed as a genius, a visionary. He was the darling of the business world. Awards and accolades followed. He was living the dream, but how long could it last? Early triumphs. Lomas's vision delivers results. Group 5 was on a roll. Lomas's strategy seemed to be paying off. The company was winning big contracts, infrastructure projects, government deals. Everything Lomas touched turned to gold, or so it seemed. The company's stock price skyrocketed. Investors were ecstatic. They hailed Lomas as a financial wizard. Lomas's confidence grew. He became bolder, more ambitious. He set even more audacious goals. He wanted to make Group 5 the biggest construction company in the world. Nothing could stop him, or so he thought. He pushed his employees harder, demanding results. The pressure was mounting, but so were the profits. For now, the success was intoxicating. Lomas seemed invincible. He was featured in magazines, interviewed on television. He was the epitome of corporate success. But behind the facade, cracks were beginning to show. The warning signs were there. But Lomas was too caught up in his own success to notice, or maybe he just chose to ignore them. Cracks in the facade, the seeds of doubt are sown. Whispers started circulating, rumors of accounting irregularities, projects running over budget. Lomas dismissed them, just jealous competitors trying to spread rumors. He assured everyone that everything was fine. But the whispers persisted. They grew louder. Some industry analysts began to question Group 5's rapid growth. Was it sustainable? Were the profits real? Or were they built on a foundation of sand? Lomas brushed off the criticism. He accused the analysts of not understanding his vision, of being stuck in the past. Lomas's behavior changed. He became more isolated, more secretive. He surrounded himself with yes-men. Anyone who dared to question him was silenced, pushed out. The culture at Group 5 began to shift. Fear and intimidation replaced the once optimistic atmosphere. Section 5, A House of Cards. Lomas's empire begins to crumble. The truth has a way of coming out, and it did, spectacularly. A whistleblower came forward. Allegations of fraud, embezzlement, cooking the books. Group 5's carefully constructed facade crumbled. The company's stock price plummeted. Investors panicked. Investigations were launched. The authorities got involved. Lomas denied everything. He maintained his innocence, but the evidence against him was overwhelming. The walls were closing in. The once revered CEO was now a pariah. The board of directors had no choice. Lomas was forced to resign. His downfall was as swift and dramatic as his rise to power. The man who had everything was now left with nothing except for the consequences of his actions. Section 6. The fallout. Group 5 reels from Lomas's downfall. Group 5 was in crisis. The company was on the brink of collapse. Jobs were lost. Investors lost millions. The once mighty corporation was brought to its knees. The impact of Lomas's actions was devastating. The scandal sent shockwaves through the industry. It was a stark reminder that even the most successful companies are not immune to greed and corruption. Lomas's legacy was tarnished. His name became synonymous with corporate scandal. The employees of Group 5 were left to pick up the pieces. Many felt betrayed, angry. They had believed in Lomas. They had worked tirelessly for him, and he had thrown it all away. Section 7. Picking up the pieces. The aftermath of Lomas's reign. In the wake of the scandal, Group 5 faced an uphill battle. The new leadership team had the daunting task of restoring trust, rebuilding the company's reputation. It was a long and arduous process. New regulations were put in place. Internal controls were strengthened. Everything was done to prevent something like this from happening again. But the scars of Lomas's reign remained. Slowly but surely, Group 5 began to recover. It took time. It took hard work. But the company eventually regained its footing. The experience served as a harsh lesson, a reminder that integrity and ethical behavior are paramount. Section 8. Lessons learned, a cautionary tale of ambition and hubris. Mike Lomas's story is a cautionary tale, a reminder that ambition, if left unchecked, can lead to disastrous consequences. Lomas's relentless pursuit of success blinded him to the ethical boundaries he was crossing. His story highlights the importance of corporate governance, of transparency, of accountability. It serves as a stark reminder that no one is above the law. Lomas's downfall is a testament to the dangers of unchecked greed. It is a reminder that true success is not measured solely by profits and growth, but also by integrity and ethical behavior. Section 9. The legacy of Mike Lomas, a complex and troubling figure. Mike Lomas's legacy is a complex one. He was a brilliant businessman, a charismatic leader, but he was also deeply flawed. His ambition ultimately consumed him, leading to his downfall and the downfall of the company he built. Lomas's story is a reminder that success can be fleeting, that even the most successful individuals are capable of great mistakes. It is a story that continues to fascinate and horrify in equal measure. In the end, Mike Lomas's story is a tragedy of ambition, of greed, of hubris. It is a story that serves as a warning to us all.